Hello, everybody. Angie Callen, host of No More Mondays, here with your dose of midweek momentum to get you through hump day. Today, we are talking to Andre Young, who's got a really simple question for you. What are you going to do to be great today? I'll let him fill you in on the rest. I did a talk on how to lead in an AI world last summer, and it was essentially distilled down to be a human. And in thinking through like how to present it, I also reflected back on the fact that I've been a leadership nerd since I was 16.
Wow.
And I went to some like leadership development teen thing that I was the kid picked from the high school. And it's so funny how those roots run deep, but I continue to through like business growth and working with clients, you continue to flex the muscle and build the muscle. And so this is, again, not something where you get to a steady state of balance, but the entire little ecosystem is continuing to evolve. And if you can evolve as a leader and as a person, as a professional, even if you're not leading people, you're leading yourself and you're leading your life, everything becomes more harmonious. And that's the perfect word to apply to it.
Here's a tip for work-life harmony. Something I do in my morning because I don't believe in waking up and checking emails first thing or putting on the news first thing. One of the first questions I ask myself, I say, what am I? What are you going to do to be great today? In the various roles that you play, what are you going to do to be a great husband today, a great father today, a great friend today? I ask myself that question every single morning, and I've never not had an answer. It starts my day off with some type of purpose and a plan. And how can your life be worse? Now, it is limiting because I'm going to come up with an answer of something I want to do or may be willing to do. It may not meet the deepest need of those I'm about to give it to. It doesn't always have to.
Yeah.
You know, every now and then I encourage you to ask the get great question and really go to a person, whether it's your boss, an employee, your wife, your kids, and say, hey, listen, I want to be great. And this is something that I've been doing, hopefully that you've noticed, but something that's been making me feel better about it. But if that's not what you need, that's not fair. So what is it that you need most from me right now?
I love it.
So there's a few things to that though, Angie.
You gotta be willing to hear the feedback.
Right. If you are a leader enough to ask, you better be leader enough to listen because you're not guaranteed to hear it, what you want to hear or how you want to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
And 9 times out of 10, they're going to BS you anyway and tell you, oh, everything's fine, you're great. Don't you believe that, because that's crap. If y'all got in a fight right now, boss, employee, or spouse, somebody tell you a list of things. So to judo that is, hey, I appreciate you saying everything is okay. I realize I caught you off guard. I've been thinking about this. Maybe you haven't. I want to ask you later in the week. And if the answer is the same, fantastic. If it's not, I really want to hear it. Sometimes you have to give people permission and time to answer you honestly. Most people don't like confrontation. They might not be quick on their feet. They may not think that you can handle their truth right now. Who knows? So with a boss, hey, I'm available this time, or when are you available? Because I really would like to know. And you give them permission. And whatever they say, you don't have to do. But if you do it a little bit, it's amazing what can happen.
And you're creating an environment where then it becomes easier for future feedback because you've given kind of blanket permission to provide it. And that's another thing that comes back to like the corporate framework that we have and the annual performance reviews that are the second most pointless thing after the weekly employee team meeting, right? Because hello, thank you for telling me 364 days after the fact that I screwed up right after my performance review last year. Like, what good is that? I love this idea and this concept of being leader enough to listen in all aspects of your life, at home, at work, in your friend circle, and creating an environment where they have permission to be heard, I think is so, so important.
That's a huge thing. When my friends with work-life harmony, I'm telling you, you got to get rid of the bobbleheads in your life. We all know the people you could call right now and complain about your job, your spouse, your kids, your life, your car, it don't matter. And they'll just, You so right. Oh my God, I don't know how you deal with it. If I was you, only to send you back more righteously wrong to whatever it is you're complaining about.
So righteously wrong. That's so true.
Right?
Get out of the echo chamber, y'all.
Right? Chest out, all puffed out, wrong as heck. Or very one-sided at the minimum. And so my friends all have permission to challenge me, and they have graciously given me permission to challenge them. And the older we get, we say it. When we
Yes.
were young, we didn't even know to say. We would celebrate each other's mishaps and mistakes because they were entertaining, or we didn't have the verbiage where that's wrong. I don't agree, but we stayed silent. Oh no, we give your friends permission to see your side, but ask, hey, well, have you thought about it from their side, your boss's side, the company's side, your wife's side, your kid's side? Like they're not. The chance of you being 100% right about everything is not likely. And the chance of them being 100% wrong about everything isn't likely. So what are they right about?
Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. I think that we just came full circle with that little word vulnerability that we talked about at the beginning. And what I want to say, this is a shameless plug for both of us. If you have no one in your life, if you are only surrounded by bobbleheads, this is where people like Andre and I help, right? Unbiased, lovingly, kindly direct people who will hold your feet to the flame if that is what you need to evolve.